right. Welcome everybody. It is now 6:05 UTC, so it's about time to start our 22nd community call today, February 7th of the year 2022. Markets are recovering. I think energy is back up, and still it really feels like winter times in terms of the innovation and all of the building that's happening on DeFi on Bitcoin. So yeah, it's really amazing how quickly time goes by when building cool stuff with people around the world. And we really can believe that we're already on the third bi-weekly community call of the year. So yeah, we're excited to update you on the latest developments and going on as we usually do on these calls. First of all, we're happy to share that we've now updated the landing page. It's definitely a departure from the stealthy and scrappy Notion page we had until now. Making the information more clearly laid out for the uninitiated, from the statistics to the Gitbook, the GitHub. So please let us know what you think in the Discord or the Telegram channels. This is the result of your feedback, and we hope you like it. The development team also quickly fixed the liquidity issue that was raised on the previous community call when a number of wallets drained the stablecoin liquidity in Ethereum and BSC, leaving XUSD backed one-to-one, but mostly by RUSDT. Due to this event, we believe that the improvement proposal number 2 has to deal with balancing curves and withdrawal of the parameters to maintain properly hedged stablecoin baskets across chains. So definitely keep an eye on that. Please note that when you click on the analytics page from the landing page, it is currently not up to date due to an issue with the Covalent API. But you can always see XUSD's contract address directly from the RSK Explorer, and you can find that in Gitbook, or you can always, of course, ask in any of our channels. The development team has also been focused on fixing the bugs on the governance and staking for sovereign splitocracy fork that we're also using for the governance. This is taking a bit longer than planned, but it's a bit more complicated, like we've said on previous conversations. It's not like an out-of-the-box DAO solution, but we're working closely with the sovereign team there. And we hope that we can proceed with voting as soon as possible, and ideally no later than the end of this week, with the first improvement proposal that we're debating on the forum. A fair amount of time to discuss and comment on it has now been given, and pending confirmation from the devs that we're good to go, we believe now is the time to start voting. Once again, we invite you to check out the forum and actively participate in the DAO's direction. As we get to the middle of the quarter, it's crazy again how quickly time flies. We're still trying to optimize our operations as a distributed organization, like we said at the beginning of the year. The first story school of this year happened last week, and we shared with the participants a public Trello tracking the creative work that has been done by different members. We shared and discussed a new content calendar, of which you'll begin seeing more developments and more content from us at a higher frequency, and also began to brainstorm a system to better assign resources and continue nurturing new talent. So expect new bounty campaigns to be shared soon once they're updated on the Gitbook, especially around influencers and successful referrals. For example, we're going to have a bounty for product manager role that we're hiring. So if you are a product manager, great, let us know. Or if you know a great one, also, if it's a successful referral, there will be a bounty for it. So we will be sharing some updates there soon. So, and always, if you think there is something that won't be shared on the bounties, but you think you can help the project with, always just reach out via any of the channels, and you'll find the way to get your voice heard if there's a will. So yeah, slowly but surely, XUSD is being adapted by the growing ecosystem of dApps in RSK. The latest example being Tropicus Finance, which just launched at the end of January to serve the Hispanic market with Bitcoin DeFi solutions. We're super bullish on emerging markets, and it is our responsibility to make sure that XUSD provides its users with a hedged USD stablecoin that is also soon to be Bitcoin in short. On that note, I'd like to invite on this call. We're also excited for share with you that a new multi-currency algorithmic stablecoin project called Blindex that you may have heard about already will also be submitting in the coming weeks an improvement proposal to aggregate their USD pegged stablecoin BDUS into the basket of RSK stablecoin collateral. And so we're looking forward to learning a bit more about it. And so I will take now the opportunity, if there's someone from the Blindex team on this call, if you can introduce quickly in about 5 minutes, what you've been working on, the importance of stablecoin diversity on RSK, and just quickly introduce yourself in 5 minutes, and then we will let Hyde take over to share with us some of the expenses we've had in the bounties for the different schools and teams.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
We can hear you. I am that zero.
Yes, great. So hey everyone, great being here. We are super thrilled from joining the community. BabelFish, RSK, we think they are doing an amazing job. And thank you for the opportunity to introduce ourselves. Blindex essentially is a multi-currency stablecoin platform that lets anyone to mint, redeem, swap, trade, invest any kind of stablecoin without the need to expose to any kind of forex, getting in or out of a trade. Essentially, we just launched yesterday the beta version of our platform. So we are launching the first two stablecoins, BDUS and BDEU, in the platform, and soon we will be adding more and more stable currencies to the mix. And with the launch, you are now able to essentially mint BDUS, BDU, and provide them to the liquidity pools and stake your LP tokens and get rewards in the form of the BDX token of the platform. We actually, the whole stabilization mechanism of the platform is very unique. We are partially collateralized and partially backed by algorithmic token. The collateral in the platform is actually in the form of RBTC or ETH. And we are fully decentralized. So even our cloud service is a decentralized cloud service. So we are fully supporting decentralization and security, which are in the core fundamental values of our team. And basically, I'm inviting you to join the community, join the platform, see for yourself, invest, and soon we hope to add our BDUS to the XUSD index, and hopefully we'll find more and more opportunities in the future to collaborate more with BabelFish. We are available on blindex.io and also in our Telegram and Discord channel. So I will send it over in the chat after the call, and feel free to ask any kind of question. And we welcome all of you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I am that zero. That was a great intro, and we look forward to to seeing that improvement proposal in the coming weeks, and then hearing more and learning more about the project. So this is amazing. Cool. So yeah, finally, we'd like to also share with you a brief report, as aforementioned, on the progress and expenses of the bounty campaigns we've been running since April of 2021. So Hyde, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so as you see, we have prepared a presentation for the expenses we had. We have closed the year 2021, and in this time we spent some fish and RBTC. The first bounty drop was paid in fish, and it was covering a period of time from April to August. And as you see, the majority of the expenses was on the community school. we have a lot of channels, and we have a lot of modes. These are the people working from the very beginning for BabelFish. The structure is, as you see, divided by school, and we have like some common ground. We have recurring payments, so the yellow bars, and we have some Space Invader tasks, which are some one-time tasks. So we had, like, for example, bounty for bots on our Discord. In the story school, we have like some bounties for the Babelverse as a Space Invaders at that time. And we have some expenses also on the adoption of the strategy school. The first bounty covers also signature campaign on Bitcoin Talk. It covers also front-end designer still working for us, and some of the results you will be able to see, I believe, in a relative short period of time. It covers also logo competition, vloggers, rewards for the vloggers, bloggers, and for the meme dealers. So everything accordingly to the first bounty announced on Discord a long time ago. So here you have the same expenses, but in a little bit different form. You can see what was spent on each of the schools. In total, it was over 1 million of fish distributed for these 5 months. The second bounty drop was made in RBTC, and all the other bounty drops are made in RBTC. We had an internal discussion about it, and it was decided that this is a better approach, and it will eliminate the sell pressure from the people supporting BabelFish. Because all of us have to have a living as well, yeah. And the second bounty drop was covering 2 months, so it was for September and October, and it was still calculated from fish. So there were some minor changes in the structure of the payment, but it's still all calculated in fish, and then recalculated in RBTC. And in total, it was 2.4 RBTC spent for those 2 months. And while working on this presentation, there was also an amount of overpaid, double pay actually, for the XUSD dashboard, but this is already appropriate action was taken, and this will be recovered. You have the same structure showed also in the tables. So if anyone needs this document later, we can share it. The third bounty drop for November. So you see it's stabilized at lower values. It's a learning curve for us, and there are also some changes in the teams. And then we have also like different values. The second and the first bounty drop, actually, it's also worth mentioning that we have a separate budget for Babelverse, so it's something different from the first bounty drop. And we had some expenses, like a new website. It was paid for the Dynamite Arts. They worked for us for a relative long period of time on the new website design, and finally you can see how it looks. I don't think that I have to explain anything on this side. And the last bounty drop paid in December. For December, in total it was 0.61 RBTC paid for all of the schools, and we had also like some Space Invader tasks, so additional bounty for the fish dashboard is still being worked on, and we had also like some refunds for the development paid. So again, the numbers, and here you can see all the bounties paid in RBTC, and in total numbers The last slide shows the value. So we have spent over 1 million fish in the first drop, and in total for the second, third, and fourth drop, we have spent 3.84 RBTC. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Hyde. Yeah, and you can expect a more detailed report at the end of Q1, and that will be covering basically from April until the end of this quarter, and then moving forward, we will continue doing detailed reports across treasury and protocol revenue, if not quarterly, then every 6 months, yet to be determined. As usual, after this call, we will be posting on Medium a summary of the community call for those community members that could not join this call, just to be updated. And we're likely to also accompany around the same time. We will begin sharing this sort of like bi-weekly community updates together with some important updates happening in the ecosystems that are relevant to BabelFish, such as the stablecoin ecosystem, Bitcoin ecosystem, and RSK ecosystems at large. And that's it. We're really excited. Like we said at the beginning of the year, it's time for BabelFish to jump out of the aquarium and travel across the DeFi galaxy. And we often joke about deadlines pushing by and the speed of time travel, but eventually the stars begin to align, and that moment is ever closer for us. We hope you can feel it like we do. We hope you're super excited for what's coming, what's yet to come in this quarter. And until the next community call, so long, and thanks for all the fish. As usual, now it's a time for any questions that you may have. Feel free to voice them or to share it on the CC questions chat for us to address any questions, burning questions that you may have. Regarding the updates or next steps.
Yeah, it's Hyde again. I just wanted to point out one more thing. With the bounties and everything was going on. It's a learning curve for all of us, and as you see on the presentations, actually, some things are stabilizing, and we are getting somewhere. Yeah, we are spread across the globe. We live in different time zones, and on a daily basis we speak different languages, but we have something common, and we want BabelFish to succeed. Okay, thanks. And please, feel free to ask your questions if you have any.
I see a question coming in. What's the status of the Babelverse?
So I think we have some members of the Babelverse here. We are expecting a grant request from the Babelverse to be also posted on the forum this quarter. The Babelverse is still receiving an allocation from the treasury, as was just disclosed by Hyde, and will continue to be doing so until the end of the quarter, when we expect to see a more formalized grant request detailing the objectives of the Babelverse and how it will benefit all of the DAO participants and fish holders. If there's someone I see some members from the Babelverse team here. If you want to give a brief update, please go ahead.
Yeah, Galactic shared some info on in general chat.
Yeah, sorry about that. You guys got me in my towel again. But if Cyclist is there, yes, what Hyde is referring to, he has more specifics on connecting to L'Equality Wallet, which is unique to us. Cyclist, are you there to give an update?
Yeah, hey guys, sorry, I was having some technical problems between two computers and something jumped offline there. So can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay, good, because I had some problems. All right, so yeah, I've been working with some of the libraries that we've got, and one of the issues had been, with connecting The good things is with the hash, I was able to check against the quality MetaMask, and potentially I could check against a couple different other wallets as well. So that's good, which means we'll be able to log in accordingly. And there's also some deep leaking features that I'm actually kind of digging into, and that would be something that's more proprietary for desktop builds, console builds, mobile builds, which would probably be the most common, I think. But as far as the web builds, I've got a lot of stuff working. However, I ran into a problem literally about an hour ago. And I've been over onto the support group, and they actually have a problem parsing an integer, big integer. So I'm dealing with that. But the good news is, once they get that resolved, I should be getting an update on that library. It's a bunch of C++ code. It's not something I like to really mess with or dive into. And that should resolve the problem where as soon as I have that update, we're good to go. You'll be able to, with the trailer mini games, you'll be able to connect to your choice of MetaMask or Liquality, and then we can validate, the values of the fish that are being held. So we're just about there. It's going to be a little bit more work on my end, and of course, I've got a little bit of a delay as I'm waiting on the libraries to be updated. But it's going really well, and so I'm looking forward to having a lot more integration here, so coming up really soon.
Thank you, Galactic. And just to add some context there, I feel like there's a lot of surprises coming, waiting to be shared more generally with the community. But what Galactic Cyclist was referring to in terms of how much fish is in the wallet, there's a lot of details that will be shared by the BabelVerse team shortly in time. But in this specific case, just to give a glimpse of what the games can do, and just to start playing with it, we just want to make sure that to be able to play these first mini games, which will serve more of as a trailer for all of us to see the capacities. In order to be able to play these mini games, the wallet needs to be connected, making sure that you have a minimum amount of, say, 4,200 fish, and then from there. There will be a high score that will be tracked, and potentially that could be converted into a bounty for rewards. So all of these details are still being worked on, but I just wanted to provide some extra context on that wallet connection and the reason why that's being worked on right now.
Let me just mention one more thing in regard of BabelVerse. There are no other gaming projects on the RSK at the moment, so another early project in your reach.
Yes, that's a great point, Hyde. And to add to that, if you go to the off-topic channel under the fish tank, there's a link in there to go and upvote an NFT marketplace that wants to build an RSK, and for that to happen, they want Morales' solution to integrate with RSK. So if you haven't yet, please go ahead and give them an upvote. I think this will really benefit not only the entire RSK ecosystem, and then but also more specifically also the BabelVerse initiative. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes for any questions that may arise, and if there's no questions shared on the CC questions chat or expressed via voice in the next 2-3 minutes, then we'll adjourn the call. We'll stop recording, maybe stay in the room a bit more, and yeah, that will be the end of this 22nd community call.
Yeah, one more thing about the first vote. Shortly, we are going to have the final proposal moved to the other category on the forum, so it won't be discussed anymore. And then we can start with the new topics. So, like for example, the curve, which is also very important thing to implement.
if you have any questions and you rather have the microphone or you don't want to use the microphone, you can also always use the CC questions chat or request that the recording is shut off. So we're flexible in that way.
Cool. I think we can stop Greta recording